If you could give general breathing and meditation advice to anybody listening who has Tourette's or knows somebody who has Tourette's, what would it be?
Asking me?
Yeah. Maybe it's too general. Perhaps everybody's different, but I'm just
No,
thinking,
that's fine.
15-year-old you, just a friend of a friend heard a podcast and they're going to mention this to 15-year-old you. So they're going to screw up 3/4 of the details. What would you tell them that could be spread and be useful?
Yeah. And really here I'm thinking if there was a paragraph I could tell myself back in my teens.
Yeah.
Right? Because with all of this comes a very real self-hate, which does not make progress any faster.
Does that come from the fact of having the tics, or is this what's behind the tics? Does it what feels, because obviously that's a pretty loaded question, right? But
sure. I makes perfect sense. I think first of all, if you struggle with something that other people don't, you go, what the hell's wrong with me? If you recognize, oh, there's a problem in my brain, I'm just fucked up. You don't like the way that sounds either. Then if you have your parents or whomever saying, you have to do this, you have to do this is how you get better, or you need to do this, you take your meds, or doctors saying this is what's wrong with you, you become your own worst enemy in a very, very real sense. You become your own biggest obstacle in life. You become, yeah, there's a very real self-hate, at least in my experience, that goes along with it. So I think along with, almost like the technical journey of understanding how to do all this, there's a very soulful kind of also understand how to love yourself. I think if I were to tell my 15-year-old self something, it would be to, it's emotional, it's difficult. It would be to accept who you are and where you are on your journey. Understand that even though it feels like it is as permanent as it's ever going to be. Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, I figured I wouldn't bother living past 20, right? So accept where you are. Understand that it's not permanent, that you have the ability to develop the tools and the skill to move past it and to live your life the way that you envision is normal. And do not look at your neurological disorder or disorders as a foe, but rather as a friend who is very stubbornly trying to show you the way. And then from there, you can get more technical. Look into your Dantian and just sit with it. It's kind of the first step.
Well, that is beautiful. And if you listen to it again, that is universally applicable. I don't know many people who have done any kind of internal work who didn't feel like they were screwed up emotionally and mentally. And I never thought I'd live past 20, especially, bullet holes in my apartment, knowing people in the neighborhood who are dead. Yeah, not only did I not think I would live past 20, I didn't really want to.
Yeah.
I think that advice is something we can all take to heart to a very deep degree. And I think it's really a beautiful message that you're saying, because that's really how we can all return home to ourselves.
Thank you.
Want to hear an ethnic joke?
Fuck yeah.
No. Just messing with you. No, that's great. I know I'm asking really terribly digging questions, but I mean, we've known each other a while, and I think we trust each other. So
Absolutely.
I really wanted to get to that, as difficult as it's been, because in that difficulty, that's where you're really going to connect with people.
Yeah. That's the goal.
Yeah. But also, Jesus, yeah, I know. I'm like, let's talk more about the thing you're trying not to think about all the time.
Yeah, it's there's an element of refreshingness to it, but yeah.
Yeah, it was. That's why I was also asking, like, what feelings did you have when you were coming out of it? I was trying to balance it a little bit because, yeah, Jesus,
Yeah.
fucking dick. But no, it is really impressive, all of the progress that you've made and continue to make, and then